Chef Cam here again from Cultivate Cafe. We're here in our kitchen. Today we're going to make a delicious tomato chickpea curry. So wash our hands, get all cleaned up, and we'll go through our list of ingredients. For today, the ingredients we're going to use, so we got one medium-sized onion, a couple of decent-sized carrots, a couple of long celery stalks, and then some diced tomatoes, 1 can's worth. That's just kind of one of the large 2 cup of diced tomatoes. Same amount of chickpeas, some coconut milk, and then we've got garlic powder, ginger powder, curry powder, cinnamon, brown sugar, and then of course salt and pepper. So we got our 1 onion, medium size. We've peeled it and cut the top and the bottom off so you have a flat surface. It doesn't roll around on you. And what I like to do is cut it in half from top to bottom and then turn it over on its side, nice and stable. You can see the lines on the onions. Our first cut for a small dice is we want to go across those onions lines, and that's about, fingernail width-ish for a small dice. And now you're going to turn your onion, and now you see your lines. You're going to cut with the lines now and make a small dice, and then just fall apart. Yeah, and one more time with the other half. So again, on its flat, first cut against the lines. What you want to do is with your claw too, dig your fingernails in and then fold your knuckle over, and that knuckle there is your guide. That way you'll never cut your fingertips off. And then again, the last cut with the lines. Nice rocking motion, tip to heel. Knife doesn't leave the cutting board. There's our onions. We've got our 2 carrots. We've peeled them, and then we've taken the top and the bottom ends, trimmed them off. And to make it manageable, we'll cut it into a nice manageable size. Now you've got a bit of rolly here. So what you want to do is just take one little cut off the side. Now you've got your flat surface again. Always want a flat surface so your veggies don't roll around on you. And now we want to cut our carrot, keeping in mind we want it the same size as the onions, everything the same size so they cook equally. And what we're going to do is just make long cuts and make some planks. And then we'll turn them on their side. And then you're going to cut these into 2 or 3 pieces depending on how big they are. You got little matchsticks, baton. Oh, I guess these are more batons. And then line them up. And again, cutting through, and now you got your carrots, nice and diced, same way, same size as the onions. Those there. One more time. Take your end, trim your side off, keep that, and you can cut that up and throw it in. Roll it over to your flat side. Make your long planks. Turn them flat so they don't roll. Couple of cuts. Got your batons. Turn. And little diced carrots. And do that for the remaining carrot. And then we'll do the celery next. What you want to do is take your stalks, again cut them into manageable lengths. And this one, you just want to cut it in half. Now it'll lie nice and flat for you. And again, long sticks, batons, and simple small dice cut. So now everything again, same size. Carrots, onions, celery are all the same size. Uniform, cook them together, they'll cook at the same time. They'll cook perfectly. You don't get one hard and one super soft. We're ready to start cooking. What we have here, everything gathered all rolled together before we started cooking. This is called mise en place. Things in place. Very important. Have everything ready before you start cooking. You don't forget something, leave something cooking, burn it. Always have everything ready to go, the ingredients prepared, and it's easy boom, 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 into the pot. Super easy. We've got our medium sauce pot on the stove. We've got it at about a medium to medium high heat. We've preheated it. Get it hot first. Now we're adding our oil. Give the oil just a second to heat up. And now we'll add in our veggies. Sizzle good. Sizzle means it's hot and ready to go. We got our onions, our celery, and our carrots. Add those in. Now we just want to give it a stir, get them all coated in the oil. We're going to add a pinch of salt and pepper now. And we're just going to give that 4 or 5 minutes and start to soften it up and get them cooking and get the flavors happening. Simmering away here, and we've got the onions kind of starting to go translucent, which is what you're looking for, and the carrots and celery have started to soften. About 3 to 5 minutes taken. Now what we're going to do is we're going to add our spices, our flavors. What this is going to do is start to release the aromas and the flavor from the dried spices, and we'll give that 2 minutes to cook. Pay attention, stir it constantly. The spices will want to stick to the bottom and they can easily burn, and then burnt spice, no good for curry. So we'll go ahead and add our ginger, and our garlic, and our curry powder, cinnamon. And we'll save the brown sugar. We'll just add the spices. Give that a stir. Get everything coated nicely. You get punched in the face by the aroma. Woo! And when you start cooking your curry, again, it's the longer the better. It's like a stew. So the longer you cook it, the more the flavors will develop and then mellow. So we've got them all kind of nice coated. And we'll just kind of keep stirring it here for a couple of minutes. Okay, we've been sauteing our veggies in the spices, releasing the flavors and the aromas. It smells amazing. And it's a good color. Now it's time to add the rest of our ingredients in. So we've got our diced tomatoes, juice and all. And we've got our chickpeas, drained and rinsed. A little stir. Now you've got some liquid in the pot. You can scrape up the flavors from the bottom of the pot. There's a little bit of the spice. As an option, if it's available, we have some full-fat coconut milk. 400 mils, roughly 2 cans worth. Same amount as the tomatoes and the chickpeas. Add that in there. If you don't have coconut milk, heavy cream works, or even 2% milk. And then our brown sugar. Now just give all of that a little mix. Basically, we've made a veggie stew. That's what we've come up with here. Then you want to bring that to a boil. Then we'll turn it down and simmer away for as long as you got it. You got an hour is best, minimum. And then the longer the better. Somebody could sit there all afternoon if you got time, or at least about a minimum hour, and develop all those flavors and everything. Make it happy. We're about a half hour away from the curry being finished. This is the point if you want to add an extra protein into it. We've made a veggie one, all veggie. But if you have chicken or turkey, even some ground beef, if you've got that kicking around, it's already been cooked and fully cooked. The last half hour is when you would add it in to your curry and let that basically just come up to heat temp in the pot, and you've got a delicious protein now in your curry. Okay, so we've had our curry simmering away for about an hour. As you can see, it thickened up, got all nice saucy. Veggies have cooked down. The last 10-15 minutes where you can adjust. You want a little spicier, you want a little sweeter, a little more sour if you want to add some lemon or lime. rice vinegar, how you personally want it. That's when you can adjust the seasoning kind of the last 10-15 minutes. And then what we've done is cook some rice per the instructions on the box. This is jasmine rice. Basically it's 2 to 1, 2 parts water, 1 part rice. Boil it together, cover it, turn it down, let it simmer for 10 minutes, and then pull it off the heat for 5 minutes, and then fluff with a fork, and you got some delicious fluffy rice. Again, just go by the directions each rice depending on what kind you have, but just stick to what the package says. Good idea is 2 to 1, 2 parts water, 1 part rice. Don't leave it. Pay attention. I like to make a little bed with the rice. Throw that down the bottom. Got our curry. And just ladle it right on top. Again, this one's thicker, a thick stew one. You can add more tomato juice if you like it saucier. Yeah, there you go. Enjoy.